I'm Buck Muir.
And I'm Antar.
And I'm Justin.
And this is our AP World final exam. To get to our destination, we have to go from Japan, across the Sea of Japan, to Korea, and then finally, we reached our destination, China.
In China, there were many religions practiced by the Chinese.
A religion which did not begin with Chinese was Hinduism, which actually began with the Aryan invaders. The Hindus have one supreme force called Brahma. He is in all things. The Hindu gods are basically avatars of him. We have Shiva, who destroys and creates life. Then also Vishnu, who basically preserves life. And the life goal of all Hindus, life goal is actually to merge with Brahma. The Vedas are basically the holy books which the Hindus all respect and basically live by. And in Asia, about 0.01% of all Chinese are Hindu.
Buddhism. It was started in India by Siddhartha Gautama in the 5th century BCE. Brought to China by the Great Han General in 120 BCE, in Buddhism there is no supreme being, and they follow the Four Noble Truths.
All life is suffering.
Suffering comes from desire.
One can be freed from desire by following the Eightfold Path.
Reaching nirvana is the last stage of the Four Noble Truths.
After the death of Buddha in 483 BCE, Buddhism spread into two movements, Mahayana and Theravada. Buddhism first came into the Tang Dynasty because Buddhist beliefs did not follow original Chinese views, and it caused conflict. Buddhism helped shape the Chinese mindsets in terms of politics, philosophy, and medicine. Also, Buddhism appealed mostly to the lower class because it did not attach under a social hierarchy. Today, 80 to 90% of Chinese are mostly Buddhist.
This is life. Taoism. Taoism developed in China around the 5th century during the Waring Stage period. Since then, it has been in China for the last 3,000 years. Taoism, meaning the way, is defying the indefinable. Lao Tzu is considered the founder of Taoism. Tao Te Ching, which are the teachings of Lao Tzu and writings, Zhuangzi provided a foundation for philosophical Taoism that dominated imperial courts. Heavenly masters are followers of Zhang Daoling, who claim to receive a revelation from Lao Tzu. The 5 fundamental principles of Taoism are the Tao, non-action, relativity, return, and government. Taoists seek immortality through diet, sexual activity, alchemy substances. Yin and Yang are the artificial aspects of Tao that create natural order, and the goal is to become one with the Tao, which is the way.
I am the Heavenly Master.
Yeah. Christianity.
Christianity, it came into China in 7th century CE. First came through the Assyrian Church at around from the east, and its influence over China for the past 200 years. Within China, the only difference between other religions is that it's still being persecuted by government authorities.
Christianity initiated when Jesus Christ, the Son of God, has died, and Apostle Paul initiated and started the church. And Christianity has three branches, which are Roman Catholicism, and Protestants, and Eastern Orthodox churches. And the holy book of Christianity is the Holy Bible, which consists of the New Testament and the Old Testament. And Old Testament is just the collection of Jewish Bible. Christians' main goal is to live by God's words and follow Jesus Christ in order to go to heaven instead of hell afterlife.
Hallelujah.
Islam.
Islam. It came into China around the 7th century through the Silk Road to the Yang Dynasty 20 years after the death of Prophet Muhammad. Islam was started by Muhammad when he received the revelations from an angel. Caliphs put the revelations into a book and call it the Holy Quran, which is now read by most Muslims. Muslims follow the 5 pillars, which are faith, prayer, charity, fasting during the month of Ramadan, and pilgrimage to Mecca. From the time of the Yang to the Ming Dynasty, Muslims lived as the minority, speaking their own language and being ruled under their own leaders. All of these religions are practiced in China, but they are also affected by a belief system. That belief system is Confucianism. Confucianism has developed the Chinese society.
Confucianism, developed in 7th century China, was developed by Han Wudi. The main philosopher for Confucianism was Confucius. Confucianism isn't really a religion, it's just a collection of thoughts. It has the most impact in Chinese society. Confucianism teaches aspects of education, filial piety, and human behavior. Education was the way to gain high positions in government, and social values were basically the relationships between humans. There are 5 major relationships in Confucianism. The 5 relationships are sovereign to subject, parent to child, husband to wife, elder to younger sibling, and friend to friend. Confucianism spread to other Asian countries, including Vietnam, Korea, and Japan.
The theme of this AP World project was to show how different religions spread into China while Confucianism continued to play an important role in Chinese society.
Ratama.
Hey, show these, like, this is what we survived on. Choco pies.
Confucianism, developed in China by Han.
Start.